What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zebulon Law Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and y'all, we are live. And on today, I will be giving y'all my fifth and final 2024 Tennessee Titans 7-round mock draft. Y'all, I cannot believe that we are only one day away from the NFL draft. And y'all can tell by my voice that I'm so excited for it. And I'm really excited to see what my Tennessee Titans are going to do. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this thing. So how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, y'all. So at pick 7, I have the Tennessee Titans taking Joe Alt, tackle Notre Dame. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man, this is a really tough decision for me. Because as y'all know, I really like Rome Odunze. I really like Brian Thomas Jr. And I really like Malik Neighbors. But y'all, at the end of the day, I think the Tennessee Titans are going to play it safe. And they're going to take their left tackle of the future. And y'all, when I look at this obviously makes a ton of sense, right? I mean, you're talking about last year, we had Andre Dillard at left tackle, and we had Jalen Duncan at left tackle. They did not go to plan whatsoever, particularly Andre Dillard. Now, Jalen Duncan, he was a 6th-round rookie, so I don't really want to say too much about him. But Andre Dillard, y'all, we signed to a 3-year, $29 million contract. He's no longer on this team. So when you look at it, yes, we absolutely need a left tackle of the future, and I think that's what we're going to do. You look at Joe Alt, y'all, and I do not think, and I think I said this on yesterday, I don't think he's a generational prospect the way some people think he is, but he is definitely going to be like a Pro Bowl caliber left tackle for years to come, and that's what the Titans need. That is what we need. So you talk about, y'all, we will have him and Peter Skoronski on the left side holding it down. I like that, right? I really like that. And that would fill our biggest need, right? I mean, tackle is our biggest need. Taking Joel out, it would fill that. And y'all, I think the Titans, this is where they're leaning in. This is the direction they're leaning in. I will say this. If Malik Neighbors is on the board at pick 7, I think they're going to take him. But I think that the Giants are going to take Malik Neighbors. So I don't think we're going to have to even have that conversation. But y'all, I'm telling you, if Malik Neighbors is on the board at pick 7, I think the Titans are going to take him because we already heard what Brian Callahan said back during the NFL Combine. He said what, y'all? That he tends to lean towards the guys that score touchdowns. So if Malik Neighbors and Joe Alt are both on the board at pick 7, I think we take Malik Neighbors. Why? Because he's the guy that can score touchdowns. All right, y'all, at pick 38, I have the Tennessee Titans taking Chris Braswell, edge rusher out of Alabama. And some Titans fans are probably raising their eyebrow on this because they're like, Zay, we should take a wide receiver. But y'all, I'm telling you, and I said this on yesterday, I'll say it again. Our edge rusher group is mediocre at best. Outside of Harold Landry, we just have a bunch of dudes, right? Arden Key, I talked about him yesterday. Brings great energy, brings swagger to this team that we really need. Y'all, he's not a consistent edge rusher. Rashad Weaver, he's the same thing, not consistent. Caleb Murphy, we don't know what he is. So when you look at our edge rusher situation, it's not in a great shape right now. So I think we need to take an edge rusher in the 2nd round, and Chris Braswell would be that guy, y'all. Chris Braswell, he's a little undersized, and he hasn't played a lot, right? Because, I mean, he only played about 1,200 snaps total in college, which is not a lot considering that he played 3 years at Alabama, right? So that's about 400 snaps a year. So he is still a little raw, but I love his speed and I love his motor. And the Titans could definitely use somebody that has his athletic profile off the edge, y'all. He's only 6'3", like 254, 255 pounds. But we've seen undersized edge rushers have success. And the biggest thing I love about Chris Braswell is that he can drop into coverage. He did have an interception return for a touchdown this past season for Alabama. So I think you could play him as an edge rusher, and he can also drop back into zone coverage. But again, y'all, like I said, he did not play a lot at Alabama. I mean, only 1,200 snaps is not that many, but I think Denard Wilson will be able to get the most out of him. At pick 106, y'all, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting Jalen McMillan, wide receiver out of Washington. And I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised that Jalen McMillan was still on the board. But y'all, I had to take him because you look at our wide receiver core right now. We absolutely need a slot wide receiver, and Jalen McMillan, that's what he is. Talking about a guy, y'all, that's about 6'1", 198 pounds, big hands, and this would be something new for the Titans to do. And what I mean by that is, y'all, you know, you look at the history of the Tennessee Titans, all our slot receivers have been what, like small, shorter guys. Jalen McMillan would be the first like big slot wide receiver we've ever had in Tennessee. And I think that's amazing. And that would show you, y'all, like, let's say we were to take Jalen McMillan, that would just show you like the difference between Brad Callahan and Mike Vrabel. Really, that would show you the difference between Brad Callahan and all the coaches that we've had in Tennessee Titans history. Because all our former coaches, y'all, they would never take a guy like Jalen McMillan. But Jalen McMillan absolutely fits what we want to do. I get it. He is not an amazing route runner, right? And some people would say that his success at Washington was really because of the system that he was in. But y'all, I think this kid is talented. Big. He's fast enough, athletic enough, and has really strong hands. He's not going to drop anything. There was not only y'all last year could our receivers not separate, but we didn't have a receiver outside of D-Hop that could consistently catch the football. Jalen McMillan, he's not going to drop a pass. So I love us taking him at pick 106. At pick 146, y'all had the Tennessee Titans taking Mekhi Wingo, defensive lineman out of LSU. And y'all, similar to our edge rusher position, I don't think people are really talking about the defensive line position for the Tennessee Titans because y'all, outside of Big Jeff, I just don't like the group we have. You know, Sebastian Joseph, I think I said this on yesterday, but I mean, he hasn't been a consistent player in 2 years. So we don't really know what we're going to get from him. And then outside of him, I mean, we just have a bunch of, practice squad level guys on our roster right now. So we need to address the defensive tackle spot. And I think we do it here with Mekhi Wingo. You talk about a guy, y'all, that's definitely undersized, right? He's only about 6 feet, 290 pounds, but he does offer some pass rushing ability. As he had 4.5 sacks for the LSU Tigers this past year. And y'all, this is the guy that was injured, right? And then he came back for LSU's bowl game, a game that he did not have to play in, but he chose to play in. So I think that says a lot about who he is as a person, not just a football player, but who he is as a person, that he's willing to push no matter what adversity he is facing. Because a lot of dudes, y'all, especially when you're going to be like probably a round 3, round 4 pick, you're not going to play in a meaningless, quote-unquote, bowl game, but Mekhi Wingo still played in the game. He played well in that game, and I like us taking him here at pick 146. Y'all, pick 182, I had the Tennessee Titans selecting James Williams, safety out of Miami. As y'all know, the Titans have a pretty big need at safety. Currently, right now, we have Amani Hooker at free safety, like that. And then at strong safety, we have Elijah Molden. I don't really like that as much. I think our safety position, y'all, it could be maybe more by committee because I don't think this team is going to be able to get like a great safety in free agency unless we're able to sign, Justice Simmons, which would be very interesting if we could sign Justice Simmons because he is still a free agent. But even if we sign Justice Simmons, we need more depth, y'all. You talk about James Williams, huge safety, man. About 6'4", 215 pounds, y'all. He's only 21 years old, which is great because I think his best football is ahead of him. You're talking about he's definitely, not the most athletic guy. He only ran a 4.56 at the combine. He only had a 30 vert jump. But, y'all, he's a box safety. He's long. He's strong, and he is not afraid to tackle you. He's not afraid to hit you. He kind of reminds me like of a bigger version of Dane Cruikshank. Y'all remember we had Dane Cruikshank on our team like back in 2019 and 20, and he was like that big box safety. He could guard tight ends. Well, I think James Williams will be very similar to a Dane Cruikshank, a guy that you don't really want playing, back over the top at safety, but you don't mind him guarding tight ends, and you would not mind him being in the box, kind of being like a third linebacker out there. Considering that this team could use a linebacker, James Williams could kind of fit that to a T in terms of being a box safety and being a guy that can come in and make plays in the run game. Again, don't put him in coverage unless he's going against a tight end because he is slow. But he still can have great value, add great value, to our team. At pick 242, y'all had the Titans selected Michael Barrett, linebacker out of Michigan. This is a guy, he's undersized, right? About 6 foot, 239 pounds, but has the talent. He was a guy that had great production, at Michigan. And so I was like, yeah, let me take a beer at pick 242, I think he could be a free agent, but I was like, why? Now let's just the Titans go ahead and take him, because I think, y'all, if he ends up going undrafted, a lot of teams are gonna want Michael Barrett, because he's a solid player. And like I said, he had a ton of production at Michigan. I think it's really like his size is gonna limit him with it, kind of like with Ivan Pace Jr. last year. Look, Ivan Pace Jr., y'all had an amazing rookie season for the Minnesota Vikings this year. Why? Because he's a good player. He just undersized, and y'all know teams don't really like undersized middle linebackers. But hey, my Tennessee Titans, we have a major need at linebacker. We signed Kenneth Murray in free agency, and we brought back Jack Gibbons. I know a lot of people don't even feel great about Kenneth Murray. I feel okay about him. Jack Gibbons, I'm like, I don't feel great about him really at all. Jack Gibbons, y'all, just, he had a okay, I guess, year for us last year, but we need to get better at linebacker. I think Michael Barrett is a guy that could make the roster. It could surprise some people just like y'all, Ivan Pace Jr. did last year for the Vikings. And then with our final pick, y'all had the Tennessee Titans, taking Daquan Hardy, cornerback out of Penn State, at 252. When I look at this, I'm like, the Titans, we need more depth at corner. We don't know if Caleb Farley is going to be ready to go. We don't even know how he's doing mentally, after he ended up losing his father in that tragic accident, house accident that happened last year. So we don't know where he is mentally. And so we need to get a corner. Some people would say we need to take a corner maybe, at pick 146. But I think because we do have L'Jarius Sneed, Cheeto Awuzie, and Roger McCreary, I don't think we have to take a corner that high. But I think with our last pick, take Daquan Hardy, pretty tough kid out of Penn State. And he could be, probably a good 4th or 5th corner for us. And I think he also provides some value to us on the special teams unit. So there y'all have it. That is my 5th and final 2024 Tennessee Titans 7-round mock draft. Y'all, I'm so ready to see what my Tennessee Titans are going to do, because we really don't know. It's not a guarantee we're going to take Joe off. Okay, it really isn't, y'all. We know we're hearing reports that the Titans like J.C. Latham. We also hear reports that they really like Malik Nabers. So I think J.C. Latham's on the table, Malik Nabers on the table. Dallas Turner could also be the table, edge rusher out of Alabama. Now I know, and I think I said this on yesterday, it would piss off some Titans fans, but we do need an edge rusher. So y'all, Titans fans, hey, let's buck our seatbelts. Let's see what's going to happen. At the end of the day, y'all, no matter who we take, hey, let's support it, because he is going to be a really good player for us. I really do believe whoever we take at pick 7, y'all, he is going to end up being like a really, really, really good player for us. And for the Titans, we're building something special, y'all, in Tennessee. Like, we really are. We're a team that's on the up and up, right? We're on the rise. And I think other NFL teams are noticing that. Like, the Titans are a team that this season, they're going to be a pretty tough team to beat. I think with this draft, y'all, we can only just keep continue to add more talent to our roster. So, y'all, let me say this before I get up out of here. Probably maybe in about 2 or 3 hours, I'm not sure yet, but in about 2 or 3 hours, y'all, I will be giving y'all my final 2024 NFL mock draft. And y'all, going to be a lot of surprises, and there's also going to be a lot of trades, so stay tuned for that. Remember, laughter is good medicine, so make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm an Ender man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.